I'm Grant Show, and welcome to Spotlight On, where we're talking with Richard Lawson. Richard, we were just about to start talking about your career as a teacher and a coach, and a mentor, really. Richard has been my mentor for quite a few years and has made profound impact on my work and how much joy I get out of my work.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been great working with you because you're a real artistic warrior. You go after it, and you work hard. So, you're getting exactly what you put into it. It's an interesting thing because work ethic is a major component of what it takes to make it in this business. And you have a great work ethic. Over the years, I've been teaching since 1980. I started studying with Milton in '76. And I started teaching in 1980, and I've taught tens of thousands of students because we have large classes. Some of our classes, like the advanced classes, as many as, I think the highest number we had in there was 115 people. Work ethic is a major component. As I look back over the years of the people who studied there, like George Clooney, Michelle Pfeiffer, Patrick Swayze, Giovanni Ribisi, Jenna was a student there, Catherine Bell, Doris Roberts,
It goes
on and on, and I've been in the chair for just about all of them.
Being in the chair means he's watching the scene and critiquing the scene.
Yes, and and having my hand in their growth. And the one thing that separated most of them from other people was the fact that they had a tremendous work ethic and their attitude. You could see that they could see the road ahead of them, and they knew something in them knew that they were going to make it. They didn't always have it in the beginning, but somewhere along the way it clicked in.
Well, that is one of the things that you teach. One of the things that Milton has taught as part of his technique is work ethic and vision.
Yes.
And belief.
Exactly. The three components, the basic three components of his teaching is attitude, administration, and acting. And I always put attitude first. I can teach somebody that has a good attitude about it. It's hard to teach somebody who has a frown, somebody who has a smile and is open. More can get in. Administration is a huge part of the process because I've seen great actors who didn't have administration who just sat there like a car in idle, and they sit in place, and that this car is fast. You got all the specs on the car, 12 cylinders, it's a 220 on a speedometer, and they just sit there and idle, and it doesn't go anywhere. It has no real value, where other people put it into action because they have a vision for where they want to go. And if they don't, they sit down and create one. And then, it's a plan like any other business. One of the things that really, I think, stops actors, what actors don't have, is to understand that they're a business like Fat Burgers or, why did I say Fat Burgers? But I like that story, though, because, see, Fat Burgers started on Western Avenue, one little old shack that had a line around the corner. And then they opened up a second one and a third one, and now they're across the United States. And it started with one woman who just made good hamburgers, and then somebody helped her create a dream, and an actor must do the same thing. Very, very important.
And you not only were working at the Beverly Hills Playhouse right now, you're teaching there. You're also you have a class that you teach outside of the Beverly Hills Playhouse, or is it affiliated with them?
I have a class, the studios, RL Studios, Richard Lawson Studios, and the class is parallel to the Playhouse. They do scene study. I put a camera in people's hands, and I teach them to become filmmakers, so that they're making films and they're seeing themselves, and they learn how to create the evidence of what they can do. The other part of this is that you can be in that acting class for 10 years and not have a reel on yourself because you're waiting to get that job on CSI or to work with Soderbergh and blah 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 to get a reel. No, I'm sorry, you'll be there waiting. You have to create the evidence, so you can have somebody create it for you, and it's in the product it winds up in somebody else's hands, or you can put a camera in your hands and know how to light and shoot and edit and do sound and stuff like that, and create your own product in real simple ways where people can see what it is you do.
I took that class. It's not simple and easy. It's quite intense. Some of the things you are required to expose and talk about yourself and.
Absolutely. The reason why it's an intense class is because this is an intense business. You got to know how to operate in this business. I mean, the one thing that I have that I think is kind of unique is that I've had a very successful career as an actor. I've had a very successful career as a teacher. So between the two disciplines and between the intuitive part of teaching and the experiential part of acting, I put those two things together. So I know what it takes to have a career. I've been in this business since 1969. So I went through all the exploitation aspects, the black exploitation films when there really wasn't much work, and the work that was there was of a particular type, and you had to push through and have a concept and a dream then, and then through the late 70s and 80s, through when I started to get hot, and through the films like Coming Home, Audrey Rose, Poltergeist, Styx, Streets of Fire, all of those films, and the experience of working with great people, and then all the series like Dynasty, Days and Nights of Molly Dodd, and all the firsts that I created in a long.
You were the first interracial kiss on television, were you?
I can't guarantee that, but Molly Dodd and I, she had a black baby on network television, and Procter and Gamble, was the sponsor, and that was unheard of at the time. I was on Dynasty. I had as much money as Blake Carrington.
Thank you. Join us next week. We'll learn more about Richard Lawson's planning on going in the future.